What up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. This is episode number 85 and well, once again, apologies for the long wait on it. I'm really trying to focus each and every episode for the last couple of weeks on attaining some pink players and working around my schedule of going away for events and stuff. Just so happens that it's been another week. I do apologize for that. So we're going to start with some squad battles rewards, which, as you'll remember, is what I earned from playing some games to earn a weekly reward. I needed to play like 15 games of FUT, did some of that in squad battles and earned myself a hefty chunk of coins and a couple of packs, which is always going to be useful and helpful, and I imagine that sort of thing will happen again this week because the weekly objectives are something to do with winning 3 games on Legendary, which is what I play it on anyway, and of course winning games by a couple of goals. We'll see that as we progress through the video, but obviously this backdates before the weekend. So we had the likes of this first FGS Manchester squad building challenge, so I complete that because that seemed like a really cheap way to get myself a this was the FUT Swap player. We'll do the FGS Manchester as well, but this was the one to get a Prime Electrum players pack as well as Jesus Navas. So another pink player attained at the start of this video, which is great. And as you can see, we do pack ourselves a board player in the pack, Brazilian centre back, Paris Saint-Germain, but because that badge came up a bit too quick, we know it's not Thiago Silva, but I'll definitely take an 84 rated Marquinhos. So basically we got a pink player and we profited from the SBC, so that one is, I'd say that was a superb SBC. Thank you very much for that, EA. FGS Manchester, obviously I missed one of these whilst I was away. I guess they did one featuring around a Man City player. I think I actually guessed that was going to happen in one of my videos last week. But again, it didn't seem to really cost much. I tried to use what I had in the club and then as little stuff from the market as possible. Get myself a mega pack. And from the mega pack, can we get boards? We actually can. So packs haven't been too bad for us lately. And we do get ourselves Jarstein. So about as bad as it's going to get if you're going to get boards. A goalkeeper from the Bundesliga of not a very notable nation for people to use to get chemistry and stuff, but of course he's absolutely fine if you're going to just build a Bundesliga squad because you can still get that to be high rated. So he's someone that I'll sell eventually, and then we're going to stick of course Jesus Navas into the little line of pink players that we've got. So we currently now got 4, and then 2 weekly challenges came up where we can get another 2. And of course, what's going to be in tomorrow's episode, I'm going to do 2 days in a row of the Road to Glory, by the way, guys, is going to be our chance to get Benjamin Mendy. So what I decided to do was dip into squad battles because I wanted to get that going, but then I ended up doing the featured one this week, which I don't play on Legendary, so that's not going to help us get the weekly objective done where we win the squad battles to get, I think that one's for a pack rather than the pink player, but I'll obviously play squad battles throughout the week and stuff anyway to get that pack unlocked. But what I did do was score a couple of goals with my midfielders, and then I played a normal squad battles match and got 2,600 points, scored more goals with some of my midfielders. So that is actually going to give us 1 game on the list of win 10 games by 2 goals, and it's also going to actually unlock us the first pink player, or the second pink player of the episode, the first pink player from this week's weekly objectives, which is Jones from Manchester United. He's now an 81. I think maybe at the start he was coming out as a different rating or something. I saw someone in the comment section say it, and I wasn't sure what they were on about, but I also remember seeing a picture on Twitter where I thought he was 79 rated at the time. So I guess they fixed that to match what his current rating is or something. I'm not too sure. It doesn't matter. I'm never going to use him. I'm going to submit him for one of these players along the way. And as you can tell, so we've now got 5 pink players. I decided that I was also going to do Marquee Matchups, which has now expired, but I did it with a few hours to go. So this is recorded on Tuesday, yesterday, in order to unlock myself. I wanted to get Fellaini because that's a nice easy way. I know it's expensive to do Marquee Matchups, But I thought about it. I'd left it a week, and I was like, even though it costs 50 to 60k, the 4 packs that you actually get are pretty good, and all we got to do is get relatively lucky to make some of our coins back, and then I don't mind that my overall cost of the SBC would be like 20 to 30k or something, because I know that then I get an easy pink card, which can go towards Alexis, or maybe we'll even get Zlatan. I don't know which one to go for yet, because if we got Zlatan and we carried on actually unlocking these players, then yeah, we'll actually be able to get Zlatan and Keita Balde-Diao and maybe Wendell or maybe a pack or something, or we could just go all out for the 11 players and get Modric or get Alexis. Still not 100% sure on what to do, so I'm trying to figure it out, but you know, we'll get to that later. I'll go through that again later on. So I do complete marquee matchups from last week. I'll probably also end up doing this week's one as well at some point, because it seems super cheap. I don't know about you guys, but marquee matchups seemed really cheap for me for the actual packs that they were giving out. So we needed to get some boards from these packs. I needed to get some of my coins back, or some players that were relevant for marquee matchups at the time. And as you can see, I get myself a Juventus player there. I don't know, there's just other players. I'm going to sell everything to see if we can recoup some of the money. We don't get boards again in the second pack, so at this point I'm starting to think, okay, Fellaini was a waste. Damn it. But I needed to get him in case I can't get Mendy, in case I really struggle to do that daily knockout tournament. But there's players in the second pack again that will all sell. We do finally get boards in our third pack, and it's going to end up being a left mid from Porto, that is Brahimi, so an 84. Now, I know Porto are actually in this week's marquee matchups, but no one in their right mind would use an 84, but he's still expensive. Perrin's expensive as an 83. Ricardo Rodriguez was going for a fair bit. Karius was still going because of marquee matchups last week. So it was good. You know, I actually had some players that I could really sell on there, and some of the silvers were worth it as well. Boards again for the final pack, and we do get ourselves Mustafi. That's like 5,500 coins just in one player right there. So we recoup like 10% of the marquee matchups just in one player. I know that I can also sell a couple of those silvers. Look like they're ones which definitely sell them. First 3 especially. I'll definitely be able to make some bank on them. So it wasn't the worst decision in the world. I then decided that I actually want to go ahead and unlock myself the Championship Player of the Year, that is Sessegnon, because I knew I already had some players from the Championship in my club that I could use, and I had 2 informs that I never use now, Lalic or Jajic, however you say his name, and also Sansone, which we got for next to nothing earlier on in the road to glory. So I was like, now's a perfect time to actually use them. So we're going to unlock Sessegnon, probably for a super sub. The stats look good though, and that seemed super cheap for me. I had to go out and spend like 10k on the market to get the extra players that I needed, and the in-game stats, I'm liking the look of them. You know, the passing looks good, shot power, finishing, all of that stuff looks good. He could even come on at centre mid or something as a substitute, because he's got defensive stats as well. So I think that was a pretty good idea. Now, I started the episode off at like 120k, I think. We're up to 70 right now. A couple of items have sold there, but I forgot to show you them actually selling. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff on the market. But we've got Fellaini. We've got another pink card in Jones as well, and we got Navas in today's episode. We've also got ourselves Player of the Year Sessegnon, and we're like 50k down with a whole bunch of stuff selling. So once all of that goes, I reckon we're going to be so close to nearly breaking even on what we started the episode at, which is just brilliant, which means that, you know, we've managed to turn it around using players from packs, selling them on, and just generally, you know, getting kind of lucky. Not really lucky by making tons of profit, but, you know, we've not done too bad. This decision is still annoying me. I don't know who to go for. There's some actual gems in there, and now Luka Modric looks tempting to me because I know how good he is on the game. That leads me to maybe think about getting Ronaldo back. I don't know. I really don't know. But I thought I'd put together like a list of all of the special players that we've managed to get on the road to glory so far this year. Like the untradeable ones that I've got. And it just sort of reminds you of like what we've done throughout this year and all of the crazy players that we've been able to attain. And I know a lot of people, a lot of the time, have a little moan and say that we don't have to grind towards stuff. And it's been a little bit true with the pink players as well. But there have been some where they are weekly objective based. You know, Pirlo was based on weekly objectives and then completing an SBC. it's a good thing. I really like that stuff. As you can see, we're now up to like 90k. Some of the gold stuff, some of the silver stuff has managed to sell. So there's a whole bunch of stuff left still. Don't worry, you know, we're going to easily end up at over 100,000 coins by the end of all of this, once all of this stuff goes. I also had a few bits in the club that I decided to sell, so that's obviously going to help bring our coin balance back up. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Obviously, you're taking a look. This is the squad that we're currently rocking. I imagine that will change somewhat when we decide to get Alexis or Ibra or Modric. I don't know who to go for. Have you guys figured it out yet? I want to know down below in the comment section who you're thinking of getting and what sort of team you're going to put them in. You can even tweet me teams if you want, featuring the player that you're going to get. So, guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.